Federal Trade Commission, how may I direct your call?
Retired school teacher Bob Sussman of suburban Philadelphia sent $23,000 to the people he thought were with the Federal Trade Commission.
He says to me, I'm sitting here in my office here in Washington, D.C., in the Federal Trade Commission, with a check for $350,000 made out to Robert Sussman.
Another target, Sandra Haynes of Mahia, Texas, had a young cousin who was helped by Make-A-Wish before he died of cancer. So, the supposed phone calls from the charity convinced her she too should send off money so she could collect her sweepstakes check.
I just thought that maybe I had been blessed.
The calls are all coming from the Central American country of Costa Rica, where a collection of American and Canadian lowlifes, losers, and criminals have set up shop.
I'm the IRS official that is handling this for you right now.
Using internet phones to make it seem they were government agents still in the U.S., offering the good news of a sweepstakes win.
You're going to be shocked when I tell you what the actual amount is, ma'am. The prize that you're receiving, ma'am, is $1.2 million, and your taxes has already been covered. That's a lot of money you're getting, ma'am.
4 years ago, Costa Rican and U.S. agents raided dozens of the illegal call centers around San Jose and arrested more than 40 people, many sent to the U.S. for trial. But some Americans escaped the dragnet because they had married Costa Ricans or had Costa Rican citizenship and could not be extradited.
There are people we know here who are hiding behind Costa Rican laws, absolutely. And because of that, we can't touch them.
While American law enforcement may have had its hands tied in Costa Rica, 2020 did not. So we're heading now to find one of the people who's been accused of scamming Americans, but has avoided going back to trial because he has Costa Rican citizenship, so he's hiding out somewhere down here. I'm Brian Ross.
How you doing, Brian?
I'm from ABC News.
ABC News?
Yeah. His name is Roberto Fields Curtis, named in the U.S. grand jury indictment as one of the men who helped make the scam possible by setting up a network of runners to pick up money wired from victims to Western Union locations. You scammed the old people? How could you do that?
I didn't scam anybody.
According to this indictment, you were involved in the conspiracy, as you know. There's your name. You took the victim's money from Western Union?
No.
That's what it says here. You're a wanted man in the United States. Do you know that?
That's weird.
That's weird.
What else could he say?
Yeah.
What else could he say?
What you see there, he was lying to me.
Yes, sir.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. As I said, we have enough that I feel we can put him away, just like the others.
Even more important to the scheme, say federal agents, is a second American fugitive living the good life in Costa Rica, seen in a picture a friend posted on Facebook. Authorities say Andy Limer has become a millionaire as the man who helped set up the high-speed internet connections for the telephone scam operation. The federal indictment says Limer knew the people he dealt with were committing fraud, but continued to work with them anyway. Limer now lives in an expensive gated community on the outskirts of San Jose, where his neighbors have long objected to a huge communications tower he set up over his home, which authorities believe was used to transmit the scam calls. When we found Limer this month, he was not pleased to see us. Mr. Limer. Mr. Limer, Brian Ross from ABC News. I'd like to ask you some questions about...
No, thank you.
I want to ask you some questions about the...
I don't care. Thank you.
Good. Mr. Limer. A few minutes later, he came back out. You know you're under indictment in the United States and you're a wanted man?
I have nothing to do with it.
And they say you lied about that, and they have the proof
Who
to
is
show
they?
it. The United States government.
And I had nothing to do with it. I've never had anything to do with it.
That's not true. You provided all the equipment.
I am not part of it.
Did you provide the equipment?
I am not a part of it.
Did you
No,
provide?
I did not.
You
My
did not.
ex-wife did. I did not.
Nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with me.
It's all your ex-wife's.
No, thank you.
He's definitely lying. And as I mentioned before, we have enough evidence on him as well.
Was it his ex-wife, as he said, who provided the equipment for those operations?
No, it was him.
Limer, the subject of a worldwide Interpol arrest warrant, seemed desperate to get away from us as soon as possible. You're aware you're a wanted man in the United States, right?
I'm not wanted, sir. I'm
Yes, you are.
accused. I'm not convicted.
You're
I
wanted.
haven't done anything.
You're a
Thank you.
fugitive worldwide. His neighbors watched the whole episode with glee, including the one who owns the Mercedes. Wow! A short while later, Limer sent his lawyer out to warn us to keep away.
Gringo, go home.
And then the lawyer called the police, asking that we be arrested for taking pictures of his fugitive client without permission. The handcuffs came out, but then senior police officials stepped in, saying we had acted entirely legally.
We've been waiting for this day.
Why?
Because we've known about this guy for at least how long? 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
And we've waited and waited for anyone to expose what he's done. Yeah. And the fact that he's done this to old people in the United States really upsets us.
Costa Rica's top law enforcement official, Jorge Rojas, says he's tired of American crooks treating his country as a safe haven.
This country will not be a refuge for criminals. We have laws and we have a strong judicial system, and we will not allow this.
But all that comes too late for Patricia Bowles and thousands of other American victims. She's had to put her home of 20 years on the market after losing almost all of her life savings to the people who so nonchalantly cheated her.
They became my friends. Brian, they became my friends.
Who robbed you of your life savings?
Absolutely.
That must hurt.
It hurts a lot. Doesn't make sense to me that there's such evil people in the world.
Legally and technically, you're receiving $1.2 million.
But there are, now we know.
But really, congratulations, ma'am. I mean, it's a lot of money you're getting. Congratulations if I get it.